In an era where we spoiled ourselves rotten with fighting titles with characters that hurled fireballs and ripped each other's guts out, there were also titles that rode the coattails of Capcom and Midway. Eternal Champions, a 2D fighting title developed and published by Sega, with a unique storyline and characters that look like action figures that were pulled out of the El Cheapo toy section of Kmart, is one of those titles. Thanks to Dennis in Pennsylvania for his kind contribution to the CGR cause. The best part about Eternal Champions is its comic book movie-like storyline that follows 9 playable characters from different points in world history, like Slash, the club-swinging caveman, spandex-clad female ninja assassin from 1993 Shadow Yamato, and Wesley Snipes himself, the Syrian native that is highly trained in Kenpo karate. Oh wait, that's the Green Lantern. No, wait, that's Blade. Each character has been pulled out of his or her time in history just seconds before their unjust doom, where they were swinging a club at a Tyrannosaurus Rex or trying to put a stop to a 22nd century criminal syndicate. Point is, they all up royally, and now have a chance at being restored back to life by the Eternal Champion himself. Probably the biggest factor in the laughability of this title that was obviously Sega trying to capitalize on the Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat boom on the early 90s is the character design. Just check out Xavier Pendragon. It looks like he crawled out of an unsuccessful LARPing session and is looking to blow off some steam with that newly acquired magic staff he had collected near the steampunk booth at his local nerd convention of choice. Or Trident, a merman from 2nd century Atlantis where apparently capoeira was taught millennia before the country of Brazil was recognized. Other than the character design, Eternal Champion's fighting style is not terrible, but as with any fighting game for the Sega Genesis, gamers would have to either get a 6-button controller for maximum fighting ability, or else become subject to pressing the start button to switch between punches and kicks, which can be weak, medium, or strong attacks. The most touted aspect of Eternal Champion's combat is definitely the finishing moves. If your opponent is knocked out and lands in a specific spot, they will face an untimely demise, such as being pulled into a fan and sliced apart. Touché, Sega. You know just how to strike the right chord as far as gratuitous violence is concerned. If you're looking for an extra cheesy challenge, try the Battle Room mode and choose a certain set of obstacles like buzzsaws, mines, and a whole mess of bolts that can drain life, stun, and make you switch positions with your opponent. Eternal Champions is a fighter that falls just short of being a good game. It was the endeavors of Capcom and Midway that was responsible for the fighting game craze, and whose offspring has made games like Eternal Champions eternally mediocre.